And it came to pass, after the children of men had increased in those days, beautiful and comely daughters were born to them. And the angels, the sons of the heavens, saw and lusted after them, and said one to another, Behold, we will choose for ourselves wives from among the children of men, and will beget for ourselves children. And Semjazer, who was their leader, said to them, I fear that perhaps ye will not be willing to do this deed, and I alone shall suffer for this great sin. Then all answered him and said, We all will swear an oath, and bind ourselves mutually by a curse, that we will not give up this plan, but will make this plan a deed. Then they all swore together, and bound themselves mutually by a curse, and together they were 200. And they descended on Ardis, which is the summit of Mount Hermon, and they called it Mount Hermon, because they had sworn on it, and bound themselves mutually by a curse. And they took unto themselves wives, and each chose for himself one, and they began to go into them, and mixed with them, and taught them charms and conjurations, and made them acquainted with the cutting of roots and of woods. And they became pregnant, and brought forth great giants, whose stature was 3,000 ells. These devoured all the acquisitions of mankind, till men were unable to sustain themselves. And the giants turned themselves against mankind in order to devour them. And they began to sin against the birds and the beasts, and against the creeping things and the fish, and devoured their flesh among themselves, and drank the blood thereof. Then the earth complained of the unjust ones. And Azazel taught mankind to make swords and knives and shields and coats of mail, and told them to see what was behind them, and their works of art, bracelets and ornaments, and the use of rouge, and the beautifying of the eyebrows, and the dearest and choicest stones, and all coloring substances, and the metals of the earth. And there was great wickedness, and much fornication, and they sinned, and all their ways were corrupt. Amezarach taught all the conjurers and root cutters, Amaros the loosening of conjurations, Barakal the astrologers, Kokobel the signs, and Timel taught astrology, and Asdradel taught the course of the moon. And in the destruction of mankind they cried aloud, and their voices reached heaven. Then Michael and Gabriel and Surgeon and Urgeon looked down from heaven and saw the great amount of blood which had been spilled on the earth, and all the wickedness which had been committed over the earth. And they said to one another, The emptied earth re-echoes the sound of their cries up to the gates of heaven. And now to you, O ye holy ones of heaven, cry the souls of men, saying, Secure us judgment before the Most High. And they spoke to their Lord, to the King. O Lord of lords, God of gods, King of kings, the throne of thy majesty is among all the generations of the world, and thy name holy and glorious among all the generations of the world. Thou art blessed and praised. See then what Azazel has done, how he has taught all wickedness on earth, and has revealed the secrets of the world which were prepared in the heavens. And Semjazer, to whom thou hast given the power to be chief of his associates, has made known conjurations. And they've gone together to the daughters of men, and have slept with them, with those women, and have defiled themselves, and have revealed to them these sins. And the women have brought forth giants, and thereby the whole earth has been filled with blood and wickedness. And now behold, the souls which have died cry and lament to the gates of heaven, and their groans ascend, and they are not able to escape from the wickedness which is committed on the earth. And thou knowest everything before it comes to pass, and thou knowest this, and their circumstances, and yet thou dost not speak to us. What shall we do, therefore, in regard to this? Then the Most High, the great and holy one, spoke, and sent Azjaljar to the son of Lamech, and said to him, Tell him in my name, hide thyself, and reveal to him the end which is to come. For the whole earth will be destroyed, and the water of the deluge is about to come over the whole earth, and what is upon it will be destroyed. And now instruct him that he may escape, and his seed remain on the whole earth. And again the Lord spoke to Raphael, Bind Azazel hand and foot, and put him in the darkness. Make an opening in the desert which is in Dudael, and put him there. And lay upon him rough and pointed rocks, and cover him with darkness, that he may remain there forever, and cover his face, that he may not see the light. And on the great day of judgment he will be cast into the fire. And heal the earth which the angels have defiled, and announce the healing of the earth, that I will heal it, and that not all the sons of men shall be destroyed, through the mystery of all the things which the watchers have spoken and have taught their sons. And the whole earth was defiled through the example of the deeds of Azazel. To him ascribe all the sins. And God said to Gabriel, Go against the bastards, and those cast off, and against the children of fornication, and destroy the children of fornication, and the children of the watchers from among men. Lead them out, and let them loose, that they may destroy each other by murder, for their days shall not be long. And God said to Michael, Announce to Semjazer and to the others who are with him, who have bound themselves to women, to be destroyed with them in all their contamination, when all their sons shall have slain one another, and they shall have seen the destruction of their beloved ones. Bind them under the hills of the earth for 70 generations, till the day of their judgment and of their end, till the last judgment has been passed for all eternity. And in those days they will be led to the abyss of fire, in torture and in prison they will be locked for all eternity. And then he will burn and be destroyed. They will be burned together from now on to the end of all generations, and destroy all souls of lust and the children of the watchers, because they have oppressed mankind. And the earth will be cleansed of all corruption and all sin and all punishment and all torment, and I will never again send a flood upon it from generation to generation to eternity. And in those days I will open the storerooms of blessings which are in heaven, in order to bring them down upon the earth, upon the deeds and labor of the children of men. Peace and rectitude will become associates in all the days of the world, and in all the generations of the world.